What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope I'm on a blessed Thursday watching this. Before I get started on a super quick NXT's HeatWave review, just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers of Rumble. I'm at 468 now. Trying to reach that 500, man. And once I reach 500, right, I'm gonna do the top 5 favorite heels of all time, and I might just do a double feature with a tier list for the current WWE roster. I might just do that, so I have to see. Along with updating the intro and outro videos, right? So, but thank you to people on Rumble as well. Like the Raja Jackson video did record numbers on Rumble. Crazy. I actually got a comment that wasn't from my bot. Like, that's finally. So thank you to people who like, comment, support the channels. And big ups to that one dude who felt some type of way. He, she, it, whatever the fuck, that wanted to dislike my video for Raja Jackson. Even though I called it right down the fucking middle. Like, literally. You know what I mean? This person, this individual felt some type of way. It's like, just imagine if Raja Jackson did that shit to one of your family members. How the fuck would you feel then? Well, I'm just saying. But enough yapping, let's get into it. Alright, and I don't have enough time to do NXT this week again. I'm sorry. It's like, moving forward into September, I'll try to keep up with the weekly shows, you know what I mean? But I only got so much time. I'm still behind other shit as well, so it is what it is, you know what I mean? And to be honest, not that many people even give a shit about NXT on here anyway. If we're being honest, I'm just saying. All right, I see the reviews, see the likes. Not many. There's still not that many people rocking with NXT, even though I think NXT is far superior over fucking Raw and SmackDown. But that's just me. I digress. So start off with the first match of the night to determine who's going to be the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship, right? We have, hey, Miss Parker, right? Jada Parker. You got Kalani Jordan. Kalani does everything. Air Jordan. And then we got a Vice City season, my pick to win the Muy Caliente, Lola Vice. Right? Good opening match. Fast forward to the finish. I don't have time to break down any of these matches, right? And it sucks. Again, I can't use footage because there's been videos I've uploaded where they got back, they removed the footage. So, GG's, man. But fast forward to the finish. Lola Vice stacks up Jada Parker, 1, 2, 3. And, no! Number one contender, Lola Vice. As it should be. And hopefully Sean gets it right this time, puts her over. Alright, because that was some fucking horse shit. Some dank horse shit when she lost to fucking AJ Perez. It took her a long fucking time for her to get back here. Don't fuck it up again. Alright? We didn't get some video segment with Troy Yearwood. I think that's his name, for Let's Fucking Go. It's good to see him because that dude has a lot of potential. A lot of potential. And then this dude, I don't know who the fuck this dude is. I think he's from the ID program, whatever. Some zesty version of Grayson Waller. That's what he looks like to me. I don't know the dude's name, but they're working out in the gym, working on those gains because the gains don't stop. Right? Go backstage with the calling, you know. Yeah. That's the calling's the calling now. Like, does anybody really care? I'm still waiting to see Rush, the fake animal, my boy Nico versus Rusev Day. That's what I want to see. I'm waiting for that fucking match to happen. But move on to the next match for the NXT Tag Team titles. We have State of Darkness, Dark State versus the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT Tag Team Champions of the World, Hank Rogan and Tank James. Right? Good match. There were no bad matches. on this card, like at all. Everybody came through, everybody delivered. But for this match in particular, Dark State needed to win. Why? Because it's 4 against 2. If you lose a 4 against 2 advantage, you're done. You're cooked. You might as well be the new Nexus at that fucking point. Alright? They needed to win. They won. Fast forward to the finish because they hit the Doomsday device on Hank for the 1, 2, 3. And, no! Tag Team Champions of the World. The State of Darkness. Alright. Moving on, go backstage with Lexus, who's not a king. Ava Rain. Ava tells him that you're going to be a blindfold match against Miles Bourne. This week's episode of NXT. That's it. Move on to the next match. It's for the TNA Knockouts title. We have Russia Slamovic. We have Ash by Elegance versus the reigning, defending, undisputed dual champion. Right? She is NXT Women's World Champion and the TNA Knockouts World Champion. The leader of Fatal Influence, Juicy Jane, JC Jane. Alright? Again, another good match. Alright? But we're going to fast forward to the finish. This was after JC hits that roaring elbow of hers. I forgot what she calls it, the name of her finisher, but hits it to Masha. Masha's out. Like in the Elegance brand gangster ass outside the ring. Ash hits the rarefied air. It's Masha, 1, 2, 3. And, no! TNA Knockout Champion, Ash by Elegance. And I said it here, like, it was about a year ago, that this woman was going to be a Knockouts champion, and here we are. I was right about Ethan Page. I'm right about Ash by Elegance. Why? Because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's why I say it, and that's why I say it with the conviction that I do, because I wholeheartedly believe in the people that I like. Alright? People who I believe have talent, that get this shit. Ash is one of those people, and I'm happy for it, 110%. Alright? I would have been 6-0, alright, because I find it funny how, like, she couldn't win this shit in TNA, like, fuck off, to save her life. But here in NXT, she could finally win the TNA Knockouts title. Thought that's hilarious. But I'm happy for Ash, alright? Do I think she's going to be champion for long? Probably not, especially with Indy Hartwell, you know, lurking in the background, alright? Because they're going to give her that belt at some point. Right? I think heel Danny Luna is going to keep her busy for now, but we'll see how shit plays out. Alright. We then move on to, this was my match tonight at first, but that's until we get to the main event. We have, for the first time ever, the Juggernaut, Jordan Grace versus the Glamour, Monica Monroe. Yes, I know it's Blake Monroe, but Monica Monroe sounds better. Not gonna lie to you, it does. But this was a great match, especially when you consider that this is the first time these two have ever worked together, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, I enjoyed the story going into it, which is Monica, you know, making fun of Jordan's insecurities about her weight and how she looks. I'm enjoying the feud so far, but we're gonna fast forward to the finish. Monica stomps out Jordan on top of an exposed turnbuckle that Monica exposed. Like, she ripped off the fucking shit earlier before she got Alabama slammed, or the reverse Alabama slam, basically, right? She hits the Mayflower or the Mayhem, I don't know what you call it. Can't call it the Mayday because that's her other finisher, right? Which is that double arm DDT for the 1, 2, 3. Monica Monroe goes over. And more than likely, this feud will continue down the road. Right, but we move on to the next segment. Got the Bougie Booty. I'm not calling her no Bougie Bully because I'm like, damn. That's a fine ass woman right there. Last Legend with another fine ass woman, and Amos Parker, Jada Parker. They're setting up their feud. I'm all for it. Alright. And at some point, I mean, if I had to choose who I'd like to see be NXT Women's Champion first, I'm gonna have to go with Flash Fletcher. I'm not gonna hold you, all right, because she has the size, she's fine as hell, she can talk, all right, and it's like she could be a dominant force if booked correctly. You know what I mean? She should be, but in this fucking company. So I digress. But I have to choose Last Legend on that one. We then get a segment between Fatal Influence, the Muy Caliente, Love Vice, and is it Soria? Where the fuck their tag team name is? But Soruka and Zarya. Alright, basically they're just setting up a tag team match for this week's NXT. Right? Then move on to the next match, tag team match. Canada versus the good old US of A. Right? You have on one hand, you have Ego. I hate that song at first, but I'm starting to like it. Oddly enough, it's not confidence, it's all ego. Versus Ethan Page and Chelsea We Trust, Chelsea Green versus Tyra May Steele. Some people are calling her Kurt Steele already. All right, teaming up with Tavion Heights. All right, this choice was plain and simple. All right, they're going to have Tyra pay her dues. All right, and that's pretty much the main reason why Chelsea and Ethan go over. Let's fast forward to the finish. Chelsea hits that pretty her, as Vic called it. That's why I like Vic. That's why I like Vic. For the 1, 2, 3, Ego. And Chelsea We Trust go over. Right? Then go backstage with Deruda, Oba, Akuma, Femi, Josh Briggs. Man, nobody cares about Josh Briggs. They said this dude still sucks. You still suck. You still suck. You still suck on this episode, or this week's episode of NXT. And I'm like, damn, dude. Yeah, you ain't never gonna be NXT World Champion at this point, my guy. Alright. But Josh steps up, he's like, man, I know the weight and the pressure starting to get to you, champ. You slowing down, bro. It's only a matter of time for you fucking crack once and for all, and I'm gonna be there waiting for you. I do not care about your insignificant opinions. I beat you before, I'll beat you again. Which then leads us to the main event. And this was easily match of the night, right? We have the young OG, Javon Evans, going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT World Champion, the ruler, Oba Femi. You fast forward to the finish, alright, we see Javon hits that Javon cutter off the top rope, alright, he's gonna go pin him, but Oba has foot on the ropes, and then the referees were arguing like, oh my goodness, how did I not see that? You're an idiot. Alright, so we had to restart the match or whatever, right? Crowd chanting bull fucking shit. But they stopped real quick after we see Oba picks this dude up. He does that release, back suplex that he does, but he just throws this motherfucker like outside the ring and through the table, and it was perfect. Perfect. Down to the last minute detail. The way he hit that fucking table. Perfect. Even the crowd was chanting like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. So they stopped. They were pissed off to being shocked in like 2 seconds. Fantastic. That's how you tell a story right there. And then we see Oba hits another pop-up powerbomb for the 1, 2, 3. And NXT World Champion, the ruler, Oba Femi. And guess who comes out to confront Oba despite Josh Briggs made it known that he's coming after him? That is Ricky Maivia. So that's the next contender right there. It's official because Ricky already won on NXT this week. So again, Josh, GG's for Briggs. But Ricky Maivia is officially the next contender at No Mercy. That's the PLE, whatever. Next, yeah. But right now, they're telling the story that Oba's been champion for so long that it's starting to wear on him. Even though it's, not even a year. Ain't that long compared to some of these champions. You got Roman, 4 years. You got fucking Athena closing in on 1,000 days. Like, you had Gunther, he was champion for like what, like over it was like 600. Oh, it was that's right. It was 666 days as Intercontinental Champion. So was it 222? That ain't that damn long. I'm just saying. I find that funny also. But yeah, the weight of him being champion for so long is starting to wear on him. Right? That's the story that they're trying to tell of Oba. Right? Oba did not look dominant like the first time these two wrestled. All right? Like, Javon had him beat. He did. At one point, you know, that was the story that was being told. He had his ass. But because of the technicality of a rope break, Oba's still champion. So he barely got past Javon Evans. That's why I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if they pull the trigger on Ricky Maivia. Where I think Sean looks at him the same way he looked at Ethan Page. Two guys that were underutilized, that got fucked over by Con Man. Right, so, hey, but we shall see. You know what I mean? But overall, NXT is always a good watch. It's a good, easy watch. You know, it's like a little over 2 hours. You know, great matches. It's just easy. It's just a fun watch. Doesn't overstay its welcome like AEW pay-per-views. You know what I mean? It's like it's like normally 5-6 matches. Me personally, I do like 7. You know, at least a minimum 7 matches. But I digress. Alright, so yeah. Overall, NXT HeatWave was good. That was good. Alright. Better than fucking Forbidden Door. For damn sure. Alright, but I want to hear you guys' thoughts on the pay-per-view. You know, how do you guys feel? What was your favorite match? All that good shit. Alright, put that shit in the comment section. As far as what's next, I'll probably knock out the Forbidden Door review. And then I'll get back to NWA, possibly. Probably TNA might be next. It might be AEW, then TNA. So TNA's tonight. So I might do like a back-to-back TNA. So I gotta talk about the episode from last week. I gotta do it. Right? I didn't get enough time to, so I'll probably do like a mix between the two from last week and this week. You know what I mean? But for now, wishing off you guys' time. So that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you, yours, your loved ones. Stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, but most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. Until next time, adios.